So the start of day 7 was really interesting because we finally ate the ever famous or ever infamous square sausages by Scotland. So it was really unintentional because it totally slipped our minds, but Rose went to order sausage sandwich, so we assumed was the normal sausage lah, but then what came was the square sausage.
So in this entire trip we have been talking about square sausages and there it is. The first coffee. And it's a full breakfast meal, square sausages.
No offense to all the Scottish people out there or those who love square sausages, but it looks kind of gross. I cannot see and eat it at the same time. I have to like close my eyes, then I eat, then it tastes like actual sausages.
Yeah, it tastes like sausage. So anticlimactic.
Normal.
All in all, I would say it tastes like sausage but don't look like one. And what I got was the full Scottish breakfast, which included the square sausages as well. So after we finished breakfast, we went to the car and the windscreen water droplets was frozen.
Our windshield is frozen.
We're going to try whatever it takes.
Apparently all of this is ice. It's not water droplet, it's just ice.
So I never encountered it before, so I didn't really know what to do apart from just pouring water over it, which I subsequently googled, saying that do not pour water over the windscreen because it might actually crack. And the next thing we did was to check the pressure of the tyres because
last few days had a indicator or loss of pressure for the tyres. Then we came here to the garage and basically check out what was the issue lah. Then he said the back left tyre has lower pressure. I think he kind of fixed it already and he helped us reset everything.
Then also seeing the forecast, it was snowing and I kind of asked him if everything was okay for the car to be travelling up the Isle of Skye, and he said all was good. So it really kind of eased the nerves that I had before going on to Isle of Skye, which was.
So now we finally got our car checked, everything is fine. Our next stop is Kilchurn Church. So the highlight of the church is not actually the church itself, it's just directly opposite the view of the church. And it's going to be a 1-hour drive to Kilchurn's church, so let's go. So we are on our way to Kilchurn Castle and then we saw this stop, which is magnificent. Yeah, and it's currently raining now, so apparently Scotland is known for their hectic and random weather. So it stopped raining when we left and then it started raining when we were driving again. So quick short break before we carry on the drive. And yeah, a little bit of snowy mountains, you can see there the ridge line. Yeah. It was supposed to be a 1-hour drive, but we have already stopped for 4 times. Look at the view. To be honest, it's a little bit better than Indonesia mountains, but I don't know man, they're both damn sick.
A little bit about the location. The highlight of the church is actually the viewpoint from the other side, which looks a lot nicer. So when we reach our destination, we still have to cross a field of mud and it was really cold and windy and scary.
Out in this open field. Sorry for the noise, but it's so windy, it's so cold. Oh my god, I think we're stuck. Yeah, we can't wait for that only. Okay, let's go back. There's Kilchurn Church and it's very cold. We gotta go back now, it's freezing. Ah!
So ultimately we reached to a certain point, took some pictures and we actually warmed each other's with our breath. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So we had a mad rush taking the photos and running back. We quickly went back to the car and moved on to our next location, which was our Airbnb, and it was a relatively long drive, also about an hour to an hour and a half, which was called Balakulis, which is a very small part, slightly above Glencoe and slightly south of Fort William. Fort William, which was a relatively small town, and Badakulish is just a very random spot lah. However, before reaching our Airbnb, we made many stops because the drive to Badakulish was really scenic.
This is the 10,000th time that we are stopping. This place is too nice already lah. Somebody is car sick again. This is how we warm up each other. Video. Let's go! We've been stopping 10,000 times. So nice!
And after multiple stops, we finally reached our Airbnb at Badakulish, which we were then greeted by a very big-sized Russian man. And it's really nice to help us carry one of our luggage. And it was the first time we actually reached our Airbnb before it was dark.
The Wi-Fi password is in the shell.
Okay. So we just reached the Airbnb. Wanted to check in early in case later it's dark then we cannot find our way. It looks very cool. The owner of the Airbnb is actually Russian, and his accent is damn thick, like literally Russian. And he's bigger size, taller than me. He's like 2 meters. Nice house. Later we'll show you the interior, but now we're gonna explore a bit more before coming back. Yes. Oh, and a very cool front yard and backdrop.
And after settling down in our Airbnb, we went to take a couple of time lapses.
Why are you hiding behind the car?
So we are now at some random viewpoint, just trying to get a little bit of sunset time lapses and some photos before getting a very heavy dinner because we skipped lunch. I think we skipped lunch because got not enough time, right? Not enough daylight to see everything. So we're just going to skip lunch and have a heavy dinner later, which is a 30 minutes drive from our Airbnb. Yep.
And then driving back, it was really scary lah. No lights at all. The only lights you have are from your cars and probably the reflectors from the ground. That's all.
Here's the room. My wide angle spoiled again, and sorry for the mess. Bed, table with coffee and drinks, fridge, TV, wardrobe, toilet. That's all. But this toilet here got no heater. The floor very cold. That's why we put all the towels there. And yeah, that's about it.
And that wraps day 7.
So we are checking out of our Airbnb now, the castle looking Airbnb, and we're gonna make a 3 hours plus drive, but I assume 5 hours drive with 2 stops, one at Glenfinnan Viaduct and one more hopefully at a viewpoint, which was the purpose of this trip lah. It's gonna be a relatively long drive.
Bye. Bye Russian. So the beginning of day 8, we left our Airbnb relatively late, but our first stop was
Called the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which is also known as the Harry Potter train track. So this was the original viaduct that was filmed in Harry Potter. So now we're gonna take a short little walk to the track itself, take some pictures lah. Don't know whether the train will come, because I searched online, winter the train does not operate. But yeah, let's go and check it out. It's over there. Harry Potter. No drone flying. RIP drones. Oh yeah, as you can tell, the weather now, today is very sunny. Not much wind, quite cold, but compared to yesterday's wind, as you can tell. But yeah, very lucky to have nice weather now. It looks like only today. Tomorrow onwards you'll be back to rain or snow. So hopefully this will keep up the entire of the day. First we're going to just explore the Glenfinnan Viaduct and take some images.
You also get a chance to trek up a little bit to find the viewpoint. However, due to our lack of time and Rose's skill set, you can see her struggling climbing down.
No, I feel very scared. It's not funny.
We only managed to catch one viewpoint, which to be honest was quite good already because it looks very, very nice seeing the viaduct from that viewpoint. And one thing I want to highlight is the weather. The weather today was really, really awesome. Couldn't have asked for a better weather.
So a bit of information of the Glenfinnan Viaduct is that it was built in 1897 to 1899 and it officially opened in 1901. Yeah, and it's entirely concrete and snow. It looks really, really massive though. Okay, walking back to our car now. We only managed to take one spot because it's going to be a 3-hour drive to the next destination. But perhaps along the way, we're probably going to stop for some photos and videos as well. And yeah, enjoy the photos of Glenfinnan Viaduct. And on to the next spot. Snow! First random stop.
Look at this! What are those? What are those?
Using a camera for a tripod and another time lapse.
Second stop of the day, I saw a very nice spot to take the pond, and the pond is damn still. Yeah, let's go check it out. Reminds me of the time where I was at Krabi and we took the lake in the middle of nowhere, and this looks almost the same, just that it's winter and not sunrise, but damn, looks damn nice. So we just reached our second spot, Eilean Donan Castle. There. Yep. Tickets, coffee and gift shop. Let's go.
It was really nice. The exterior is free of charge. But if you want to check out the inside of the castle, you do have to pay £10 each, which is approximately 20 SGD. There are guides in the castle. If you have other questions about the history itself, you can ask them.
Okay, we just finished Eilean Donan Castle and we weren't allowed to film or take photos inside, but basically it's a long history of owners for this castle. And it's not bad, but you have to pay £10 each, so it's £20. So it's about $40 for 2 people to just check out the museum. To be honest, the exterior facade is nice enough. You don't really have to go in unless you want to learn more about history lah. That's my take. But yeah, gonna take some shots, gonna do one hyperlapse. Okay, now we are done with Eilean Donan Castle. We're gonna straight head to our Airbnb, which is an hour and 15 minutes drive. So definitely a quarter of our journey is gonna be driven in the dark lah. So we have been driving in the dark, which we don't really like, or Rose don't really like, but it is what it is.
Is it fun to you?
Okay lah. quite fun.
The drive was very scenic and it was really windy. So if you do love driving, you should come here and drive. And then we are finally here in our Airbnb. So it's like a glamping pot called Cowshed. When we reached here, the turn wasn't very obvious. There was a really small sign. and the drive up here was very, very steep.
Oh shit. Scratch.
So steep until I think I scratched the skirting or the bottom of the car. And tomorrow morning when we go out, I don't know how it's gonna go out. It's gonna probably scratch again. But yeah, glamping pod looks nice. Probably should have done a hotel review. Should we have done a hotel review? It's 10:50 now. I'm probably gonna have a shower and then sleep because we're very tired. And I'm gonna try to wake up for sunrise tomorrow, but hopefully it doesn't rain. Good night.
Yeah, this is the steep one. Looks like we have to abort mission. Wow, Scotland's weather is damn erratic lah. I think at this rate we won't be able to make it.
Because the winds at Port 3 was really, really strong.
Wow. The steepness is killing us. No!